back to My Child and I, where we get together every week to look at how can we better raise our region's children. This week, we're looking at maternal health and the importance of those 9 months of pregnancy. And to help us discuss that this week is Kathy Mandeville, the coordinator of the Early Childhood Health Outreach Program in St. Vincent. Kathy, thank you so much for joining us. The program, I think, is called ECHO. Before we start anything, before we start looking really at maternal health, just tell us about ECHO so that we understand.
Thank you very much for having me on the program. Now, ECHO simply means Early Childhood Health Outreach Program. It was developed out of several consultations held between the Caribbean Child Support Initiative, now being called the Foundation for the Development of Caribbean Children, UNICEF, PAHO, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and supported by the Bernard Van Leer Foundation.
And we're actually going to have a feature on the FDCC a little later on in the program, because it's actually a very important program that has been launched recently in the Caribbean.
Okay, that's great. That will be great, yeah. So they came together to look at how can they conceptualize some of the concept of the roving caregivers program into the maternal and child health services that's in the primary health care aspect, looking at the 0 to 3 years old children who are at risk.
Okay. Now, I'm a little familiar with the RCP program. In fact, we featured it a few weeks earlier on in this program. And the importance of finding such a, it's a very special kind of homegrown way of training young women who can then go into the homes of people and families and help them to raise their kids better, help them to stimulate their children. And my understanding now through ECHO is to also look at the fact that they can help with the health aspect, because obviously hygiene and that development 9 months and after is obviously very important to the development, to the future, to the performance of children when they are in school. Tell me something, how do people get involved in ECHO? How does a parent who wants to be involved actually access the program?
Okay, we have a category of workers called the community health aides. And in all of the health centers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we have community health aides attached to those health centers. They are a member of the health team. One of their roles is to be out in the community conducting home-to-home visits where they look at the general health of children. So this ECHO program now equip them with more knowledge and skills to execute the stimulation part of the program. So that stimulation aspect of the program, that's what we more or less have adopted from the roving caregivers program. So when you see the early childhood health outreach program, the community health aides, they look at the general health of the child, not forgetting the nutrition part, and added to that now is the stimulation part of it.
Now, I know the program obviously is not only in St. Vincent, in Grenada and St. Lucia, Belize and Jamaica, but tell me a little in terms of St. Vincent, because you obviously would know that environment best. How have young parents responded, both female and male, to this program? Okay,
the ECHO program, it has been piloted in St. Vincent for 2 years. So you will have the roving caregivers programs in those countries that you named, right? But right now, St. Lucia is trying to put together a proposal to commence the ECHO program. In terms of how the parents respond, they are involving quite well in the program. Actually, they are asking to be part of the program. But the program actually gears towards the at-risk children and parents, those who are vulnerable, and when I say that, I mean babies who are born to mothers with low birth weight, perinatal complications such as cesarean section, children who were diagnosed in the health center with poor nutrition, you know, all those at-risk children we look at. So the parents now whose children do not fall into that category, but they realize that such service is being given by the community health aides, they more or less are asking for that service. However, the community health aides, because they conduct home-to-home visits, they do not ignore those children. As long as they are at home and they fall in that category 0 to 3, even though they will not be registered in the ECHO program, the community health aides do give mothers advice in terms of what the ECHO program does, especially in the area of the development of the motor skills, the cognitive and social, you know, development. So they too get some, you know, information
and help. And what I find is really wonderful, as you said, that parents who are not even at risk or their children are not at risk are so desirous of more information. We have found that as we started this program and now that we are online, parents have started writing us. People want to know, where can I find a reading club? How can I get help here? So obviously it's a good sign in the Caribbean that our parents want to know, you know, how they can help their children to develop. And we're actually going to talk a little bit more when we come back, not about the ECHO so much, but now we are going to look at why is it so important to ensure that during those 9 months of pregnancy, we are doing the right thing. Stay with us. My Child and I continues in a moment.
You wouldn't drive a car with only 3 wheels, nor would you build your house on shaky ground. Then let's not treat our children any different. Every child deserves the right start, regardless of his social or economic background. Every child deserves a chance to reach his fullest potential. The Foundation for the Development of Caribbean Children wants to build a region of achievers, but we need your help. Let's give our children the foundation they deserve.
Give them hope and show them love.
A message from the Foundation for the Development of Caribbean Children.
Life. Some people see it as one big obstacle course. I see it as an adventure, bigger than a game. What do you see?
Sagicor General has a wealth of insurance solutions to help you protect your dreams, including your home, car, cargo, and business. Dreaming can be like a sneak peek to the future when you have the right financial partner. Sagicor General, wise financial thinking for life.
I see myself winning.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing Caribbean community today. Go to www.facebook.com/Caribvision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. Caribvision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. Caribvision.